What's up guys, and welcome to the very first episode of
And if you can, please enjoy the show.
So before I start this video, I do want to say I am by no means a professional skateboarder. I am, however, super passionate about skateboarding. I love progressing and teaching people how to progress at the sport. So I guess it's nothing to it but to get into the video. So a big thing that I've noticed a lot of people asking me over on social media and Instagram is how to get their ollies looking nice and smooth, nice and high, looking beautiful. And I guess this is my 2 cents on 5 things you can do to improve your ollies. So of course a lot of this video is assuming that you do know some basics about the ollie, like the foot positioning, being able to ollie maybe while riding just a little bit, but we want to get those ollies looking nice and smooth. The first thing that I would say that a lot of people overlook, especially when starting off in skateboarding, and some people even while skateboarding for a long time, is learning how to be comfortable on your skateboard. Head to your nearest skate park or even on the streets and get on your board and just cruise around in the park, cruise around on all different kinds of ramps, onto pavements, off of pavements, wherever you can find. Get comfortable on your board. Balance is one of the key components in skateboarding, and it's not only going to help you get your ollies looking better, but it's going to help you in so many other parts of skateboarding. So tip number 2, or the second thing to help you improve your ollies, is to learn how to perfect the pop. So what I see a lot of people doing, what I did a lot in the beginning, even with other tricks as well, is get so eager to do the trick that they tip their tail. So kind of do stuff like that, where pop is such an essential part of the ollie. It's supposed to look a little bit more like that. So you want to learn to get that pop every time you try to ollie. Pop nice and strong, but also quick, so that you can get up in the air. One thing that you can do to practice this is maybe just to stand still and pop your tail on the ground, just to get the feeling of how it feels when your tail touches the ground. I wouldn't suggest doing this while riding because you can get mad razor tail and mess up your ride. So the timing of an ollie is obviously super important. I guess the best way to describe it chronologically is to pop, drag, lift your back leg, and then level out. A big mistake that a lot of people make is being a little bit too over eager. A thing I used to do a lot was drag before I even got my pop finished. So get that timing good and perfect. That was a horrible idea. Okay, so tip number 4, which I would probably personally argue is, for me, the most important one, is to focus on form or style over height. So many people when they start off skating, and myself included, all we want to do is like, how can we ollie high? I want to ollie over 1 brick, 2 skateboards. I want to ollie super high, but we forget about ollieing right. Personally, I would choose a lower stylish ollie any day over a higher unstylish or bad ollie. One thing I wish I learned at the beginning was to focus on that balance, timing, pop and form, way rather than focusing on trying to ollie high and over stuff. So make it your goal to try and get your ollies as smooth and perfect as possible, and build from there. Start small and gradually start working your way up, and try to go higher and higher each time. So this is tip number 5 and the very last tip, and that is basically just the overall positioning that you have before you pop. So one common mistake that people make when starting off is before they pop, they bend like super low, thinking that that's going to give them more pop. But the truth of the matter is that when you bend too low, you immediately lose your balance. You've got to find that sweet spot between not bending too much and not bending too little before you pop. Secondly, another common problem that happens is when people pop, they either land or shift a little bit to the left, which is mainly where it happens, or a little bit to the right, and that's because their shoulders aren't in proportion with the board. Make sure that when you pop that your shoulders are parallel or in line with your skateboard. That way, when you land, you won't tilt to the left or to the right. One last thing that I will mention is obviously the ollie is like the most fundamental, or one of the most fundamental parts of skateboarding. You're going to use this everywhere, in every trick, getting into tricks, out of tricks, sometimes maybe not if you really are creative, but I can't stress enough how important it is to get these on lock. It's like your foundation. If you build a foundation, you want that foundation to be strong. If the foundation isn't strong, everything you build on top of that is gonna be weak. So build a strong foundation. Trust me, You'll thank me later. That's it for the first video, guys. Remember to have fun. Take yourself seriously, but not always too seriously. And yeah, take it step by step. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If I can ask, please leave a like, leave a comment. If you feel like there's something I left out, comment down below. If you feel like there's something you'd like me to cover in the up and coming videos, comment down below. You guys rock, and until next time, have an amazing day.
Common conundrum of man. Good people question if there is one, while bad assume good. Disregard the tally victims. Think it's pretty hard living knowing father was a ladder. What if my blood goes splatter? If Pollock or not matter at all?